Now I know. Only from Norm. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 012909 State versus John Paul Raymond Gill. Scott. All right. Could our parties announce for the record for the state? Defense? And are you Mr. Gill?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery that you review that with your client?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Gill, did you review? Let me try to find it here. The true bill of indictment with your attorney, did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Gill, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, just 1 second. I don't know why. It seems like now I'm checking to make sure everybody does the, the citizen part correctly. All right. Counsel here. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? I'm telling you, what is going on with the J? Next I'm going to say, Sean, 365 years or something. All right. Well, we're going to pitch in like I was trying to make sure that you knew what's going on. So let me, the glasses are not for reading. So 160 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, it is.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right, court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 160 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. And there's to be no contact with how old are you?
35.
All right, let me explain just something to you. And this is based upon not my experience on going to prison, but people I've represented on parole who were in prison. Do you like your hair?
Yes, I'm very good.
Let me just tell you something. When you go to prison, you know what they do?
Yeah,
So if you want to lose your hair, you will continue. If that's something you truly care about, as opposed to asking questions when you're driving a stolen vehicle, then you keep on the same path you're going on. What's going to end up happening when they send you to prison, they cut your hair off. That's why you see people who are in prison, all their hair is cut off because that's what they do.
yes,
You understand?
very much.
And then the other thing, my understanding at the Bexar County Jail, they have lice as well. So
Plenty.
if you get lice in the hair,
Hey,
I think they're going to want to buzz it as opposed to doing every treatment. You understand?
so,
All right. Good luck to you.
thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
It's on the motion to suppress the second amount.
Okay. All right. Could you pull the file on Paul Smith for me, please, from the back? It's 2021 CR 8325.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right. Because sometimes, I read everything that's put before me. All right. So synopsis, first paragraph. You get pulled over. You're the driver of the vehicle. And she is S2. And it says S1 and S2 were found to have active warrants for their arrest after identifying themselves. So your warrant for your arrest wasn't for this unauthorized use of a vehicle. It was for something else. And she had a warrant for her arrest. And who is that sitting with her? Is that your mom or her mom? That's your mom? All right, your mom should want better for you. And let me explain why you should want better for him. And I'm sure you do, but he's not listening. Suspect 2, that's her, started crying and getting nervous. I then read suspect 2 her Miranda warning, and suspect 2 stated, the listed narcotics and money in the stolen vehicle were hers. Suspect 2 narcotics later found in her purse by her feet area on the front seat floorboard after a search of the vehicle was conducted. That's why you can't have contact with her. So what they found in the vehicle that she's claiming, 3.7 grams, field tested positive for cocaine. Now, normally when the officers are weighing stuff out in the field, you really can't trust that weight.
No.
Sometimes it turns out to be less than a gram, but they do a presumptive field test of it. So presumptively it's positive for cocaine. Presumptively it's 3.7 grams. They found 5 THC vape pens at 3 grams each, multiple baggies of green leafy substance from my training and police experience, which I know to be marijuana. And that was 8.85 ounces in her purse. Suspect 1 was also read his Miranda warnings and refused to say anything about the narcotics or the listed currency in S2's possession. Now, based upon that, I don't know why she want to be with you, because if you're my man, you should be like, you know what? I'm going to take this case for her because that's my woman and I won't see any harm come to her. But you were just like, I'm not saying anything. She's claiming it as her own. So you guys should not be together. That's why. And I guarantee you, your mom does not want you with her because you two are not good together. And y'all just going to continue to pick up more cases. So that's a no. And that's why I have a no contact with her. Do you want to get your life together?
She's the mother of my kid.
You all can do that through a third party. I'm sure, Mom, will you be willing to transport children so he doesn't have contact with her?
Thank you, Bill.
Mhm.
And, I will do, I can try to do third party yet.
Yeah. So your mom can do third party. You all should not be together. And let me just tell you, if your child, your mom is saying your child is in NICU, if that baby is in NICU because of what mom has been ingesting or whatever, CPS is going to be involved. And let me just tell you what CPS normally does. If one of you all don't get your life together, your children are going to end up going to somebody else. Either you're going to step up to the plate or she's going to step up to the plate. And you're at that point in your life where your children should be more important to you than a woman. That's where we are. So Victoria Love Sanchez Aguirre, you're not to have contact with her. Here you are. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
But because, you know, she was born in the preemie, she came early.
Okay.
But yeah, I understand.
All right. And then, he can still go to the hospital to see her, but they need to be on different shifts.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah, but she's not allowed to see the baby right now.
All right. See, that's what I mean. That's why. See, you see what I'm saying?
I get you.
All right.
At 4 points, I know.
All right. Thank you so much. They'll probably release him from jail at like midnight or 1 a.m.
They don't stay there no longer, I'm fine.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you. You're so welcome. I do what I can.
Okay. Are you great?
Yes.